Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we're diving into a book that's
Yeah.
been really popular for a long time.
Yeah.
Think and Grow Rich
Yeah.
by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah. Napoleon Hill's work has been,
Oh yeah, I've seen this book everywhere.
it's been a mainstay for almost a century now.
Yeah.
And it still resonates with people even today. It really does. But
Yeah.
we're not just talking about its popularity.
Mhm.
We're diving into the actual principles Hill lays out.
Right.
Especially that whole mysterious supreme secret.
Yeah, the supreme
He
secret.
keeps hinting at.
Yeah.
It's like he's dangling this metaphorical carrot to get you to unlock your own potential.
Yeah.
So what is this big secret in a nutshell?
Hill's supreme secret is this.
Mm-hmm.
Anything the human mind can believe, the human mind can achieve.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's-
It sounds incredibly simple.
Yeah.
Almost too good to be true.
Yeah, well, it's simple,
Is that it?
yes, but not simplistic.
The power lies in its application. Hill truly believed this, and he even used this principle to help his son Blair, who was born without ears, develop a sense of hearing.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Hill was a firm believer in the power of what he called autosuggestion.
Okay.
It's the idea that by consciously feeding your mind powerful beliefs, you can actually shape your reality.
Wow.
He used specific affirmations and visualizations with Blair,
Wow.
and against all odds, Blair developed a sense of hearing.
Okay, now that's what I call a deep dive. You're telling me that what we believe can actually change our physical reality.
That's what he's saying.
That's huge. So how do we actually do this auto-suggestion thing? Is it just wishful thinking, or is there a method to the madness?
Hill outlines 6 concrete steps for effective autosuggestion.
6 steps, all right.
First, you need absolute clarity about what you want.
Okay.
Can't just be a vague desire, you have to define it.
So step 1, get crystal clear on your goals.
Yeah.
Got it.
Define it.
What's next?
Then visualize it. And I mean really visualize it, down to the smallest detail.
Okay.
The more vivid the image in your mind, the more real it becomes to your subconscious.
Okay, so we're talking full-on vision board, sensory details, the works.
Exactly. And don't forget to infuse it with emotion. How will achieving this goal make you feel excited, fulfilled? Let those emotions fuel your visualization.
So we're not just passively picturing it, we're bringing those good vibes into the mix.
Yes.
This is starting to sound a lot like manifestation, isn't it?
It shares similarities, yes. The key difference is the emphasis on action, which we'll get to.
Okay.
But for now, the next step is to write down your goal statement clearly and concisely, as if it's already happening.
So it's not, I want to be, but I am.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff. What are the last 2 steps?
Step 5 is where you really drive it home. Repetition.
Yeah.
Read your goal statement aloud with conviction every single day, several times a day if you can.
Really hammer it in.
This consistent repetition ingrains the belief deep into your subconscious mind.
Consistency is key. I hear that a lot from successful people.
Yes.
All right, last step. What's the grand finale to this autosuggestion process?
The final step is crucial.
Okay,
Take action.
where we go.
It's not enough to just think and believe. You have to act on those beliefs and take steps, even small ones, toward your goal every single day.
Yeah, so it's about aligning your actions with your thoughts and beliefs.
Yes.
It's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, most people pick up Think and Grow Rich,
Right.
hoping to
Yeah.
get rich.
Yeah.
So is this whole auto-suggestion thing really all about manifesting money?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
While Hill does talk about financial success, he believes that it's just one aspect of a fulfilling life. He actually outlines what he calls the 12 riches of life.
12 riches. There's more to life than money, money, money. Tell me more.
Hill believed that true wealth encompasses all aspects of a fulfilling and meaningful life.
Okay.
He lists things like sound physical health, peace of mind, a pleasing personality, and the ability to control your fears.
Okay, so we're talking about a more holistic kind of wealth.
Yeah.
It's not just about the size of your bank account,
Right.
but the richness of your experiences and the strength of your character.
Exactly.
That's a refreshing perspective.
Yeah.
But how do these riches tie back to the supreme secret we talked about earlier?
Hill believed that a powerful belief system, one cultivated through consistent autosuggestion, can influence every single area of your life, not just your finances. He uses the example of Henry Ford, who had very little formal education.
Right.
Imagine the disadvantages he faced in the business world back then.
Yeah, that was a different time for sure.
Right.
Education was everything back then.
Exactly. But Ford had something even more powerful, unwavering belief in himself and his vision. He focused on his strengths, ignored the naysayers, and revolutionized the automobile industry.
Wow.
He achieved success far beyond any measure of wealth.
Wow.
And Hill argues that we all possess that same potential.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all connects.
Yeah.
It's about defining what success truly means to you,
Yes.
believing you can achieve it, and then taking action.
Exactly.
But let's be real. It's not always rainbows and butterflies, right?
Yeah.
Life throws curveballs.
Right.
Doubts creep in,
Yeah.
and sometimes fear takes over.
Of course.
How does Hill suggest we deal with those less than positive emotions, particularly fear?
Well, Hill doesn't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
He actually calls fear prayer in reverse.
Okay.
He believed that when we focus on what we don't want,
Okay.
when we dwell on our fears and anxieties,
Yeah.
we actually attract those very things into our lives.
No, it's like our fears have this weird magnetic pull,
Yeah.
attracting the things we're most afraid of. That's kind of terrifying, to be honest.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
But Hill also offers a way out.
Okay.
He doesn't advocate for ignoring our fears.
Okay.
Instead, he wants us to confront them head on.
So don't run away from the monster under the bed.
Exactly.
Turn on the light and see what it really is.
Exactly. Identify those fears.
Yeah.
Understand why they're there.
Okay.
What are they trying to protect you from?
Right.
And then consciously choose to replace those fear-based thoughts with empowering beliefs.
Easier said than done.
All right.
Right. But I'm guessing he has some practical advice
Yeah.
for how to actually do that.
He does. He identifies what he calls the 7 major fears that hold people back.
Okay.
Fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, loss of liberty, old age, and death.
Okay, that pretty much covers it. I think we all grapple with at least one of those
Probably.
at some point in our lives. But how do we go from being controlled by these fears to actually conquering them? It feels like some fears are just hardwired into us.
Hill would argue that it's not about erasing those fears completely.
Okay.
It's about understanding them,
Yeah.
challenging the hold they have over us, and then choosing to act in spite of them.
So it's not about being fearless. It's about having courage in the face of fear.
Precisely.
Okay.
And a big part of that, according to Hill, is developing a healthy ego.
Wait, a healthy ego?
Yeah.
Isn't ego usually seen as a bad thing, the whole egotistical, self-centered thing?
Right. Well, Phil Hill uses the term differently.
Okay.
He's not talking about arrogance or self-importance.
Right.
For him, a healthy ego is rooted in self-belief and self-worth. It's about recognizing your own value, your unique talents, and your capacity for greatness.
Okay, so it's more about having confidence in yourself and your abilities.
Yes.
Not about thinking you're better than everyone else.
Exactly. It's
Gotcha.
about owning your strengths, embracing your individuality. Right. And not letting fear or self-doubt hold you back from pursuing your goals. Hill actually provides a list of 42 characteristics of a person with a healthy ego in the book.
Wow, 42.
It is, yeah.
That's quite the list.
It is.
It's okay.
But it highlights the fact that developing a healthy ego is about more than just confidence.
Okay.
It's about cultivating a whole set of positive character traits
Yeah.
that contribute to success.
So it's about becoming the best version of yourself, inside and out.
Exactly.
Okay.
And Hill believed that when you have that strong sense of self-worth, that unshakable belief in yourself,
Yeah.
you're better equipped to handle challenges, overcome setbacks, and achieve your goals.
It's like that inner voice of self-doubt becomes a whisper instead of a roar, right?
Exactly.
But how do you actually silence that negative voice?
Right.
And cultivate that unwavering self-belief, especially when life throws you curveballs? It can't be easy.
You're right. It's not always easy. That's why Hill stresses the importance of being intentional about the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. He even compares the mind to a garden.
Okay, I like this analogy.
Yeah, just
Bring
more. Just like a garden, your mind needs tending.
Okay.
If you allow weeds to grow unchecked,
Right.
they'll choke out the beautiful plants and flowers.
Yeah.
But if you're diligent about pulling those weeds,
Yeah.
about replacing them with seeds that will nourish and sustain you,
Uh-huh.
your garden will flourish.
So we need to be as ruthless with our negative thoughts as we are with those pesky dandelions popping up in the lawn.
Exactly. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this,
Yeah.
or I'm not good enough, you have to consciously choose to replace those thoughts with more empowering ones.
So it's about retraining our brains, kind of like creating new neural pathways, right?
Precisely.
Right.
Hill believed that we have far more control over our thoughts and beliefs than we realize. It just takes consistent effort and a willingness to challenge those old limiting patterns of thinking.
It makes you wonder, what could we achieve if we could truly harness the power of our minds?
That's exactly the question Hill wants you to ask yourself.
Yeah.
He believed that our potential is practically limitless,
Right?
but we often sabotage ourselves with negative self-talk and limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
He wants us to break free from those self-imposed limitations and step into our power as creators of our own reality.
Okay, I'm all for creating my own reality.
Right.
Especially if it involves more abundance and less stress.
Well, Hill would say that's entirely possible,
Okay.
but it requires understanding and working with the laws of the universe,
Okay.
particularly the law of compensation.
The law of compensation. That sounds intriguing. Break it down for me.
Oh,
What is that all about?
The law of compensation is the idea that every action,
Okay.
good or bad,
Yeah.
ultimately reaps its due reward.
Okay.
It's like the saying, what goes around comes around, but Hill applies it to every aspect of life,
Wow.
not just our moral choices.
So it's not just about karma.
Not exactly. It's more nuanced than that.
Okay.
Hill believed that the universe operates on a principle of balance.
Okay.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Mm-hmm. When we give, we receive.
Okay.
When we serve, we are served.
Yeah.
When we add value to the world rewards us in kind.
Okay. I'm starting to see how this connects to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
It's about aligning ourselves with a universal principle of abundance and reciprocity, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Hill believed that we don't live in a world of scarcity,
Right.
but in a universe of abundance.
Yeah.
There's more than enough to go around,
Right.
but we have to be willing to give in order to receive.
That makes sense. It's about shifting from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance.
Precisely.
Okay.
And a big part of that is recognizing that true success isn't a zero-sum game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about winning at the expense of others.
Right.
It's about creating win-win situations
Okay.
where everyone benefits.
So it's not about stepping on others to get to the top.
Right.
It's about lifting others up as you climb.
Exactly.
I like that.
Hill was a big advocate for collaboration and cooperation.
Okay.
He believed that we can achieve far more when we work together,
Mm-hmm.
when we pool our talents and resources, and when we support each other's success.
Speaking of supporting each other, Hill talks about the importance of finding mentors
Yes.
and surrounding yourself with successful people.
Mm-hmm.
He calls it the mastermind principle.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a bit? What's
Yeah.
the secret sauce to building a powerful mastermind group?
Hill believed that no one achieves greatness in isolation.
Mm-hmm.
We all need guidance, support, and inspiration from others.
Yeah.
A mastermind group is a carefully selected group of individuals
Okay.
who come together to support each other's growth,
Okay.
share ideas,
Mm.
and hold each other accountable for achieving their goals.
So it's like having your own personal board of advisors,
Yeah,
a team of cheerleaders who also challenge you to be your best self.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the key is to be intentional about who you invite into this inner circle.
Okay.
Hill recommends choosing individuals who share your values,
Mm.
who are committed to their own growth,
Right.
and who are willing to both offer and receive constructive feedback.
It's about surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and support you on your journey to success.
Precisely.
Okay.
Hill believed that the right mastermind group can provide the encouragement, accountability, and fresh perspectives we need to overcome obstacles, stay motivated, and achieve extraordinary results.
It makes you realize that success is not just about what you know.
Right.
It's also about who you know and who you allow to influence your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's about building a network of support that will empower you to reach your full potential. It's amazing to think that something as simple as surrounding yourself with the right people can have such a profound impact on your success.
Absolutely.
It's like that old saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, takes on a whole new meaning.
It really does.
Yeah.
And Hill takes this concept even further, suggesting that we can tap into a collective wisdom
Okay.
that's far greater than our individual knowledge and experience.
So it's not just about getting practical advice or support.
Right.
It's about tapping into a higher level of thinking, kind of hive mind for success. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
And Hill believed that this collective intelligence is available to all of us,
Okay.
regardless of our background, education, or social status.
That's incredibly empowering.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, we've talked a lot about the practical steps to achieving success,
Yeah.
about harnessing the power of our minds, about surrounding ourselves with the right people.
Right.
But what about the ethical side of things? Does Hill address that at all? Can you really think and grow rich without compromising your values?
That's a question a lot of people have.
Right.
And Hill addresses it head on.
Okay.
He was adamant that true and lasting success cannot be achieved through unethical means.
So no cutting corners or stepping on others to get to the top.
Not at all. Hill was a staunch advocate for what he called the golden rule principle,
Okay.
doing unto others as you would have them do unto you.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of people see the golden rule as a religious or moral principle, but Hill saw it as a success principle. Why do you think that is?
Hill believed that the universe operates on principles of balance and reciprocity.
Okay.
When we act in ways that are harmful to others, we create negative energy that ultimately comes back to us.
Mm-hmm.
But when we operate from a place of integrity, kindness, and generosity,
Yeah.
we create a positive ripple effect that benefits not only others but ourselves as well.
So it's not just about being a good person. It's about aligning yourself with the universal law of success.
Precisely.
Okay.
Hill believed that when we live by the golden rule, we create a more harmonious and abundant reality for ourselves and for everyone around us.
Okay, this is all starting to make sense.
Yeah.
It's about shifting our perspective from a limited, ego-driven view of success to a more expansive, heart-centered approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hill believed that true success is not a zero-sum game. There's enough abundance for everyone.
Right.
And when we operate from a place of generosity and cooperation,
Yeah.
we create a more prosperous and fulfilling world for all.
This has been an incredible deep dive. Hill covers a lot of ground in Think and Grow Rich, from the power of belief and auto-suggestion to the importance of taking action and building a mastermind group.
He does.
He even delves into the law of compensation and the golden rule, principles that encourage us to approach success with a sense of ethics and integrity.
It's a testament to the enduring power of Hill's work that even almost a century after it was first published, Think and Grow Rich continues to resonate with readers and inspire them to create more fulfilling and successful lives.
It's a reminder that true success is not just about accumulating wealth or achieving external validation. It's about aligning our actions with our deepest values and aspirations,
Right?
and about using our gifts and talents to make a positive impact on the world around us.
Hill's work challenges us to think bigger, to dream bolder, and to believe in our own unlimited potential to create a life of abundance, meaning, and fulfillment.
So, to our listeners out there, we encourage you to pick up a copy of Think and Grow Rich and dive into its pages with an open mind and a curious heart.
Yeah.
You might be surprised at what you discover about yourself and the limitless possibilities that await you.
Absolutely.
And that's a wrap on another deep dive.
Well said.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep striving to unlock your full potential.